It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the Patriots burner at wide receiver. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Patriots and the Hawks on Sunday night.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up is a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 49 between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off, and opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
And partner, you know, my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. And if there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in, it's how well their defense have done to controlling games and putting them in a position to win. Something else they're proud of, though, how high they rank in the league. And they're trying to use this game to move up in those rankings and become the top defense in the league.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough from the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
On the ready. Yellow,
throwing to start the drive. Barlow. And incomplete to open things up. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get him is the idea.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it, and has given me the evil eye, folks. Now left side on the swing pass. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yellow, opposite, green, Smith, red.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 13 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Operating from the gun, Barlow. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Here we go.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Looking to throw. Barlow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Jason Good, he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and he's looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Barlow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 15 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Patriots have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Now the try here for the extra point. Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jones uncorks one for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Throwing Jones. This one caught by Davis. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Patriots at 12-1 now to start play. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Now Jones. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Yellow, opposite, green, commit red. Check pink, check white.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
On the set.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Barlow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 36. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
New England's offense set to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Jones on 1st down. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Back to throw again.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Hunter Henry with career touchdown number 60 as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Barlow.
Open man there is Fryer, complete.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Now the all-time leading rusher at nearby Boston College, A.J. Dillon.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Check pink. Check white.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barlow toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Barlow. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Throwing on 1st down. Barlow.
That's going to be caught by Fryer. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Wide open receiver complete.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Barlow. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Tucker's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Aaron Rodgers leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Derrick Henry, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Baltimore Ravens. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked, and I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. But for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down. They hand this off to Harris.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run again with Harris, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
Check white, yellow, line, black one.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Davis now to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over.
New England trying to get to place on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Right back to him on 1st down.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Jones throw there complete to Myers. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard
line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Yellow, opposite, green, Smith, red.
Throwing to start the drive. Barlow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have come back to make it a 2-point game. They'll look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
New England's offense set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Barlow firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough.
Okay, ready?
All even as we get ready to start the 4th. To throw on 2nd down. Barlow. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Barlow. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Harris running straight ahead, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Thornton.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. To throw on 3rd down, Barlow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. On 1st down, Barlow over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Opposite, green, next red, check pink, check white.
On 2nd down, it's Walker, and he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Barlow. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
105 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And right side, Henry's got it.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Jones throwing on 4th down and caught by Henry.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
It's a gain of 4 that time, and it'll be first down, New England. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Wilkins.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it up. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, and knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Patriots, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.